on my
Oh,
phone.
it changed, dude. I've been watching the weather reports. It's been changing like
I
every
told
four
Gene I won't
hours.
be in Monday if it's. So I
It's
get up and he's like,
crazy.
"Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yep."
Hey, folks, welcome to our Chitty Opinion Sports Edition. NFL Championship weekend. We have two games, the championship games between the Pats and the Broncos and the Rams and the Seahawks. And we are going to cover both games here and put our 2 cents in and our dumb thoughts as well. So we're going to open up and stop.
Hmm. Back and forth. Yeah, I'm going straight up with the Rams. I think the Rams could actually. I probably would take the points, even though I would like to take the money line. I mean, basically one and well, it's under a field goal too. I mean, the money line's plus 120 right now, depending on what book you go to, and it opened at 110. So, but I like I've been saying, Seattle's tough at home. The 12th man, it's loud, a lot of false starts. But I still go with the more experience here. I like the Rams to beat them. Yeah, right, exactly. And see, that's what I think. That's what I think is going to come into play in this. And you just mentioned about the running game. They were the most run-heavy team in the league this year. Now, they're like I said before, they're missing their 1-2. Now it's just a one. Now, yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I don't know where JSN. He's like falling off somewhere. I don't know where he's been lately. Yeah, I know the best defense and all playing them, and yeah, I know. I mean, they put their best player on him. No, I just think it's plain and simple. Defense has caught on to who he is and how good he is. So now they're scheming for him. That's where Adams, I think. Mhm. He's airing it out. He was throwing, he's bombing away. Now, was this against the Niners? Mm, but that's what I'm saying. It's like now they schemed, for JSN. Now somebody like you said, somebody else has to step up. I mean, I'm hoping. I like to see Cup even though I think they're gonna have to. Kubiak. Well, I'm gonna throw this out there too. If the Patriots beat Denver, I'm thinking they'd rather play Seattle because I think they match up better with them on their defense because the Rams, they got yeah, exactly.
Which was fucking a blowout since the opening fucking play. They covered instantly. So it's just like, um, but I mean, like that was last week where you said that I didn't think the 49ers wheels were going to come off like literally like in the first 5 minutes, but you basically called it. And um, this is different though. This is one of
Yeah,
those. This is totally different. These teams have played tight all year. They're healthy for the most part, and it's just there's a different dynamic between these two teams for sure. So I think it's going to be an exciting game and a fun game to watch.
I
Hopefully,
think it is too. I hope it is.
I think
I
both
think
games
both
are.
games.
Both games are.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
But this game just has that little bit more of an oomph to it because both of these teams can clearly win
And
the
they know
Super
each other.
Bowl. You know what I mean? And it's like I almost feel like whatever team wins this one wins the Super Bowl. I don't care that I'm a Patriots fan. Where I'm going with reality. Where I think that's like it runs through the NFC still. It has basically all season. I still think it does. And you look at the AFC where it's just like, okay, Stidham could go, or a team that should never have been here in the first place.
Hey, wouldn't it be something if Stidham goes off?
What's that?
Wouldn't that be something if he goes off on Sunday
Yeah, we'll get into
and
that when we get to
actually
the
comes,
next game.
puts him over the top to go to the Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be
It
something?
would be, you know what I mean? A great story, that's for sure. I don't
I don't
think
see it happening,
I
but
don't either, but I don't see it. I don't see it being impossible at the same time.
yeah,
But we're taking that. We'll roll in.
yeah. Right, exactly. Exactly. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. I would lean obviously because he's been a hell of a quarterback all year. Obviously, yeah, you have to. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna go with the Broncos receivers on this. I think because they're bigger, and I think if I'm not mistaken, one of your defensive backs is in the concussion protocol. Is it Clark? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woods, Charles Woods. I disagree with that. Yeah, and I think Williams in the middle. I think he's obviously they paid him a lot of money just for these type of games. Yeah, I think he's. I like their offensive line to tell you the truth. Your defensive line. Yeah, I really do. I with Williams in the middle. Yeah, Carlton Davis has been. He's been pretty good for you guys. I I tell you, I think that your linebackers, Ellis and Spillane, they're going to be the key to this game. Could they stop the running game? That's ancient history because you're coming out for being out for so long. Mhm, mhm. What scares me in this game is Sean Payton. He schemes really good. Well, Drew Brees made him. That's what that is. Forever. Yeah. Well, I'll say it again too. Let's come back up here to your Patriots with Brady. I mean, think about it. Take him out of yeah, but take him out of the equation. What does Belichick have? You have another coach on the field with Brady. But here's what I'm saying though. Brady didn't have to go out and throw for 3, 400, 5 yards, throw 6 touchdown passes. His presence alone on the field won. Exactly. It's like when I used to play basketball, I was always told by my coach, "You win coming off the bus," and that's what he does. As soon as you've seen 12 stepping off the bus, you're in for a battle. Don't matter how bad he plays. Well, no, the Dolphins. 'Can't disagree. Can't disagree. Yeah, he was dominant. For what do you mean? I'm thinking of Josh Johnson. I should have to look at No, that's Jacksonville. Not Teddy B. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater. He's with Minnesota, then he blew his knee out. Yeah, that's who it was, Teddy B. But yeah, no, and that's what he did. All right, well let's put it this way. Let's see how he schemes coming up with his with his starting quarterback knocked out. Then you have a guy coming in hasn't thrown in the game throwing a pass since 23. But see, no, I mean again, I think he's a good coach to scheme. It's like you know what I mean. He prepares really good. He has the offensive mindset, I should say. He's almost like a Josh McDaniels in that type of sense. But that's what all these coaches do and players. They're not gonna go to a Cleveland Browns team that won 1 or 2 games. Ye Yeah, see, I look at it different. Obviously, Drew Brees made him who he was down there. We know that. He had a good receiver. He was a sports broadcaster. Nothing, and then they let him go with that scandal. Well, what happened is he got nailed in that scandal. What, he was suspended for the year, and then they let him go, and then he's like, "Fuck it, I'll just go to Fox." I think it was Fox, right? But no, yeah, that's when he was being benched or something. Yeah, suspended. No, he was on. I don't know, it was Fox or was it CBS or ESPN? One of them. ESPN takes anybody. I mean, Jesus Christ, anybody that either gets fired or retiring, get them on the set. Yeah. Hmm. You're right, exactly. Until you see him 2 or 3 times, right. Mhm. I look at it though like this. I mean, everybody has those, like you said. What really did he do? But when the game's on the line, he don't fold. He tries to put his players in the best situation to make the best play. So But see, that's where I think he'll come into effect. Sean Payton will he'll sl just like Josh McDaniels, they shrink the playbook, you know? I don't I don't think I 'cause Stidham's been there since '23. He's been in the system, he knows it. You know, it's not like he's just getting but his numbers when he did go out and execute were pretty damn good, let me tell you. I don't know, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes out and throws for 250, 275. For what are you looking for? His passing is over 31.5 is a 10, so right there's telling he's gonna it's minus 116. So that's minus 116 over 31.5 pass attempts. So you know he's gonna throw because they're probably gonna be behind. His rushing yards is pretty high. He's no, it's 20 plus is 163, 15 plus is 102. That might even be a good because you know they're with Williams in the middle, they're gonna flush him. And but that's what I'm saying. I think your linebackers are gonna have a hell of a game. Now his passing yards is 190.5 at 114. Now, do you take the ladder on here all the way up to 300 plus just for the simple fact because he's gonna have to be throwing? I would take a shot on his Stiddy's on his ladder for passing yards all the way up to 250. Hmm. Right, right. I was just gonna say, just look at last week. Yeah, that's another thing. Yep. Elevation, I think elevation is gonna come into play in the fourth quarter. Who's in better shape? Well, you know there's gonna be false starts. I mean, because it's so loud. Mm. Yeah, and that's mind-boggling too. That's I don't know, and I'm surprised with him. That's just bulletin material, you know? No, but they're the hot well, obviously, Denver's the hottest team. I mean, what they won 10 in a row or something like that? But nobody's talking about the Patriots defense neither. You know, they're just quietly just chugging along. Well, the good news is we get to see it in 2 days in the snowstorm. Well, I think they said fluffy. Who knows? It'll probably just rain.
Well, because they had said that it was gonna be there's like a below us there'll be like frozen rain, so
Mhm.
which also means like
Down the Cape.
so it also means it's gonna be like I don't know, dude. Snowmageddon shit. How much ice melt did you guys sell today? Actually, we sold out.
A lot. Are we done?
Yeah, I didn't shut it off yet. I just felt like we could rant about normal life shit for a minute. You know what I mean? You know, if
Kill it.
people want to shut off. Anyway, folks, good luck this weekend. Don't forget, bet small, win big.
Don't be a degenerate.